2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very pleased to be covering this particular featured group because there's a fresh rivalry developing. I smell rivalry in the air. It's going to provide some great entertainment to both the spectators and us this week.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yeah, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence. Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. And Henny, what is she looking at here for this putt?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold. This has a real chance.
Appears to have overcooked this one. Pretty straightforward four-footer coming up here.
Nice little par putt here.
That gets the job done.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole play.
She's currently tied for first. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Wonderful effort. Let's get back to it, shall we? And what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
Getting ready to play their third. A par putt awaits her. Ooh, right by the hole. Okay, let's head to the next. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
This one might need to set. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt.
Yep, tracking nicely.
And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. And that effort ensures she's now level par.
So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
That's not the shot they're after.
Looking for the draw, but not finding it.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Was on a good line. That's disappointing. It's just about 3 feet away. And that'll ensure she stays level with the card. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently in 4th place.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup. She's got a nice look at par here.
Oh, so close. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Just 3 feet to the cup. Ouch, that hurts. An opportunity to make their par. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? And with that par, she stays right at even overall. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Left yourself an opportunity. Rich, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner. But the impact that Brooke Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't carry the mantle just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the mantle for Canadian golf in general. She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her personality is infectious. She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the golf course. I mean, 2-time major winner. But what I'm impressed about most with her game, Luke, is the fact that, you know, she is such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players. And that's why she is such a prolific winner on the LPGA.
Time for the 5th shot.
Henny's down there. You got a read?
This one will run uphill.
Okay, steady now. And this one's for quadruple bogey.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole.
Currently at 4 over for the day. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement off the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And back to the play, shall we? 14 feet to the cup.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. A par putt on the table.
Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. And now at +4 for the round. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flagstick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flagstick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
It's been a little up and down, but she's just one stroke back from her rival.
Ooh, that almost went down. That's inside the range.
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. This one has eyes for the hole. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. And that brings to an end that hole. Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway.
Second shot here on the 10th hole.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Can she make number 13 lucky? She's got a 13-footer here. She's got a great look at birdie here.
Just didn't drop it.
Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Great touch.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Sometimes you hit some good ones, sometimes you hit some bad ones.
What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
She's played that one nicely. Let's return to live play now. The lies aren't too bad here in the first cut of rough. Going with the hybrid. Playing their fourth shot.
Currently leading by 2.
How close was that to going down? A 7-footer right here.
Solid little par putt here.
Oh, just missed.
Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Putting for a par now.
Leading by 3 strokes now. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. If you find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Wow, very aggressive play on this approach, putting some pressure on their rival, Brooke Henderson.
Now 4 shots up after that hole. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
She's managed to find the green on this approach.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
If my eyes didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it.
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
That's frustrating. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Well holed. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right. Just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
That's an awful error. And back to the course with the live action. 15 feet to the cup.
This is their look at birdie.
Hey, nice looking line. A couple over now, heading towards the stretch. A good chance to fight back.
What a great feeling that must be. Seemingly an insurmountable lead for this player with just 4 to play.
And she's our leader.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Lining up the birdie putt here. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And well holed. Let's move on. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
She's better than that. That'll be disappointing. Heading towards the rough, this one. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
Not the best tee shot, but they got lucky with this lie. Nice out the rough here.
Not bad.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
Okay, time to return to the action. This putt is about 15 feet to the hole. Ooh. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Yep, you'll take that. Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome-looking second.
Nicely done. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 200 yards.
Oh, come on. This would be a good one to hole. A chip for the tournament.
Oh, that's a tasty-looking chip.
Well, a spectacular week comes to a close. Congratulations to the Genesis Invitational winner, Riviera, the home of your champion.
It was a Hollywood ending for this winner. What a performance all week long.
And as we recap all our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to our gal on the ground, Henny Koyak, for bringing us all the action from this group today.
Thank you, Luke. The pleasure was all mine. I got to see some incredible shots and some not so good stuff, but what a day.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.